Alexis Sanchez, Robbie, is he the best player in the Premier League right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Right now, yes.
Undoubtedly. Is that
I'd
just
say
because
right
Aguero's
now,
injured?
Yeah. Those two are the best. Yeah. Aguero and Alexis Sanchez, to me, they're the best two players in the Premier League. I'd say if I'm going to be 100% honest, you got to give Aguero the edge.
Yeah.
But Alexis, some player, he's just, at the weekend, he's come back from 2 tough games away. He played against Brazil, in which he scored the winner. And that wasn't a friendly, that was like a World Cup qualifier. World Cup qualifier against Peru, in which, I don't know if you saw this, but the Peru fans before the game got like a voodoo doll of him and tried to, put all these spells and this and that for him
the
to...
opposite worked instead.
Yeah, find that picture.
You've got to watch it. They're shamans, they call them, and they put all these spells in it and that to stop him from scoring. And
Chile... Is that conclusive proof that voodoo doesn't work?
Exactly.
I was going to say, because Tim Howard one was coming down.
Yeah, so, and in the game, Chile beat Peru 4-3. Alexis scored 2 goals, 1 assist. And then he comes back at the weekend. Very tight game against Watford. I have full credit to them. They were really up for it. Their fans were up for it. And, they really, really played well. But Alexis got the opening goal. And then, after that, we looked comfortable. But, he's such an important player for us right now. He's such a good player. He scores goals. He creates. He's just a complete package.
He's amazing.
He's a wonderful, wonderful player. It's really, you wonder to yourself, are Barcelona, even though they got Suarez now and they got Neymar and that, but you think to yourself, they might even regret selling him one day because he's such a quality player.
Yeah, I don't think they will. But that's not because he's not quality. But Adam, what do you think? Is he up there? Is Aguero the obvious shout, or is there anyone else we're missing?
Yeah, I'd say definitely Aguero. Well, he's just done it season in, season out, and it's not for discussion, is it, Aguero? Let's be honest. Even though he's plays for the lockdown, the noisy neighbours. But yeah,
he's something else. If there was one, if you had infinite money to go and buy a centre forward, it'd be him. He's got everything, hasn't he, in terms of and the goal return to boot. Because I think Sanchez is probably more of an all-round footballer, and that's not to say Aguero isn't a great all-round footballer as well. But again, you're talking it's fine margins. Is that if Aguero's a better finisher, Sanchez is probably a better.
All round.
He's somewhere between Silva and
from Sanchez as well. I think it's still early days.
Yeah. I think he's somewhere between. He's somewhere between Silva and Aguero. I think.
And also, obviously, Robbie, you mentioned obviously the internationals, the qualifiers. Obviously, all that way in South America. So you've got the distance, time difference and all that as well, and that in South America it's a lot more competitive now.
Yeah.
Than what it was, say 10 years ago.
And remember, he also led him and Vidal are sort of the leaders of that team, and they won the Copa America for the first ever time. So it's just, the guy is a world class player, and like you said, last season we forget a lot of times it was his first season, and he got over 20 goals, and so I mean at Arsenal at the moment he's absolutely priceless to us. I just feel that we're seeing the emergence of a great player. I just pray when the international, I know we were talking about that before, but I was praying when I was like, please. He's so violent.
You've got
there you go, kids. Praise, not
exactly.
No
Jesus
voodoo,
is the way everyone,
Trust me.
Other gods are available.
And Alexis Sanchez still wrapped in bubble wrap in Robbie's house.
Yeah.
Getting cuddles.
You're right there. Trust me.
What about you, Baz? Is there a case to be made for anyone else? Is it Aguero? Is it Sanchez?
I think it's probably Aguero just because of the number of years he's done it. He's a top player. You look at him and you think, when he's on the team, he's City a different class.
He's been the difference maker in a league title as well.
He's fantastic, but Sanchez has been marvellous, and he's only got Jagielka to mark him at the weekend. So what could possibly go wrong? But no, Sanchez has been phenomenal, hasn't he? I think I think you're saying about Barcelona regretting. Barcelona probably got the best 3 strikers in the world, and forwards in the world. Otherwise,
it says a lot that to improve upon Alexis Sanchez, you need to have Luis Suarez in that team along with
having said that,
Neymar.
Did they sell him to improve, or did they sell him just because they wanted to bring in the next big thing? Because the season when they actually sold him to Arsenal, he scored 20 goals.
Yeah.
You know, so this guy's not a fluke. He before in Italy when he played. He was on fire. So,
I suppose it's what makes your team work.
A fantastic player, and, he's been brilliant for Arsenal. And you need that, don't you? He's the match winner. They lost that when Henry went, and they've got it back now.
It's interesting because I think it's all going to depend on Aguero's injury record, because that's the big concern. He doesn't play. He's not on the pitch enough. Doesn't get enough minutes under his belt.
He got injured for Argentina.
Well, yeah, he international injuries.
So City fans will.
Again.
Yeah, but this is it. This is it. But he is I think he's the best centre forward in world football. But it's like Daniel Sturridge thing. If you could get 40 games a season out of Daniel Sturridge, I think he could be in the conversation. You know what I mean? If you can score over 20 Premier League goals a season, you can be in that bracket. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait
a minute. What? Did you just say that Daniel Sturridge would be in the same conversation as Alexis? I was listening to what you're saying, and then I was thinking, hold on a minute. It just hit me like...
If the competition involved dancing, then yeah.
Guy's got moves, what can I say? The guy has got moves.
I think what he's saying is in terms of goals.
He's injured all the time.
In terms of his goal return, there's actually, he's in that bracket of as the technical ability. His goals to games ratio is as good as anything that's ever played in the Premier League.
Easy, Robbie.
It's better than Alexis Sanchez's. I'm pretty
sure.
No,
I hear you on that. He's a good...
I've got to be honest, I'm be more fearful of Alexis Sanchez than Daniel Sturridge as an Everton. And he scored goals against us.
Yeah, because he's on the pitch, he's not crocked, which helps, like, you know what I mean? But no. But the point is that Alexis Sanchez, he's in and out sometimes, but he doesn't miss giant swathes.
You know what it is with Alexis Sanchez as well? It's very much in that South American mode, like Suarez was. Watch how much work he gets through. Daniel Sturridge stands around fixing his hair and stuff like that. Yeah, the kid can finish. He's a Lukaku, similar, stands around, messing with his boots, will score goals. But Sanchez, he's like Suarez, he doesn't give you the minute's peace.
Do you know what, on that, and this is something that we've, amongst Arsenal fans, we've spoken about this, right? And it's a South American thing, because there was 4 players I was looking at, right? And I was like, those players, they're just hungry to win. It ain't about money, it ain't about... Aguero, Suarez when he was at Liverpool, you know what I mean? The guy was just like an animal, he was everywhere, right? You look at Costa, South American again, same sort of thing.
Not according to his new passport.
He's true. Yeah. Tevez before that. Yeah. Sanchez, these guys, they seem to...
Roman Riquelme, famous for... No, right.
we had Strachwell, who wasn't very good. However, you put him up front on his own, and he'd run around.
They're like street fighting players.
There's a question: if you're watching, have you even heard of Strachwell?
Basically, they're all
googling it.
We had this South American centre forward when we had no one else, and he played for a few games, scored against Chelsea. But the thing about him was he was just running around like a lunatic.
He was the next Arturo Marinelli, who was the next Diego Maradona. Anyone remember who he was?
Remember Eric Meyer?
Absolutely.
He used to run around like, and look, he wasn't very good, but he'd run around like a loon, get it in the face with the ball and shake his head. But it's that,
like street
South America. He want to win every game, and he run around and the determination.
I think it's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? But it is that, like, kids playing footy on the streets in rubbish shoes or no shoes, and I know it's probably not as bad as all that, but like Suarez came from a very...
come from that life.
Came from an impoverished family and that, and you've got to...
Same with Alexis as well.
Well, that's what used to happen with... That's what Scouse players used to be, to that extent. They're not...
They're hungry.
Still are, probably.
So
we've got
to ask a question, though. Does the hunger go? But does the hunger... because these guys... Listen, they're still...
I've got to use as well,
These are still guys though that they're wealthy now, but they still got that hunger to them. And that's what I love Alexis, Aguero, Suarez before, the hunger that they've got, you know, it's
you want to see that as a fan, don't you? You want to see that desire and will to
Jordan
win.
Henderson's got that in.
Oh yeah, just the ability he hasn't got.
Oh, Jordan, you've just been thrown under the bus there. Let us know your thoughts. Is Alexis Sanchez the best player in the Premier League right now? Let us know whether you agree or disagree in the comments below. If you disagree, let us know who you think it is. Is it as simple as Aguero, or the people that we haven't mentioned that you think should be thrown into the ring? Wayne Rooney, for example.
What's going on with this show?
The man's back now.
He was good.
I'm really struggling. Yeah, let us know. Let us know any suggestions in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the rest of the shows on the YouTube channel as well.